Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
Oh yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. Welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast for your Monday.
You kind of sound like Macho Man there for a second.
I did, yeah. I don't know why I started off like the Macho Man. But
Oh yeah. Oh, I love it.
oh yeah. Yeah. So here we go, boys. Busy weekend. Crazy stuff. And then yesterday we had the Pontiki cruise on a Sunday, and that was, I got turned up pretty quick.
How are you doing with energy? I'm pretty tired today. I'm trying not to be, but I am a little tired.
I think I spent everything I had on, what's the game? Think Fast. See, I can't even think fast.
That's very ironic. You couldn't think of Think Fast.
Think Fast.
Yeah.
I could not, for the life of me, I could not think and think fast today.
Yeah.
It was tough, man.
It broke my brain, and then I was just like, nah.
Yeah.
That's a tough game. If you're not sleeping and a little hungover, that's a tough one, baby.
Yeah. No, I hear you. Yeah, I'm in that weird world where it's like I'm doing medicine and I got funk, and then I had a beer or two yesterday because it was kind of tough when you're like, okay, you're going to go on a party cruise whether you like it or not. And
It's hard to go on a party cruise and not have a beer. I mean, everybody's having a beer.
well, it's like the thing about alcohol is like my energy level is not quite there, but it's amazing. You pump a couple of beers in, you're like going, okay, I had a really good time. My energy was fine. I felt good during the cruise. I felt really horrible leading up to it. I was almost like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to make this thing.
Kevin, I felt like such shit.
Yeah.
I mean, like 20 minutes before you got to my place, I was so nauseous, and I had the sweats.
Yeah.
I was just sweating like in places I shouldn't be sweating because my soul was tired.
Right, yeah.
Aww.
So I got it out, but a little bit of beer, felt okay, and then I went home, got to bed at a decent time, but I'm just in that weird, funky place right now where medicine makes you feel, everything feels like a dream.
Cloudy.
Yes, I told Dennys that. I said, I feel like I'm in a dream today.
Yeah, I was that way yesterday, so a lot of the Pontiki cruise is like, wait, dude, I don't know what happened. It's just...
Well, you were lovely. My friend David couldn't stop talking about how nice your chat was.
Oh, I had a great time with him,
Yeah, he loves you.
Yeah, no, we had a really good talk. It was stuff anybody else on the... In fact, Bonnie from KVJ Nation, she came up, she's like, oh my gosh, your conversation's so boring.
What was it about?
They were talking about world traveling and
Shit.
Yeah.
Jerusalem.
Yeah, we got into a really great debate about what is better, a benevolent dictatorship or a bad republic. So, great conversations like that.
I don't hate that conversation.
Okay,
Hey,
all right.
I kind of like that.
I do. I think
Yeah.
it's terrible.
Yeah, most people, I think we both realized it. We were the two nerds on the boat that nobody would like it. Yeah, people were actually we were trying to keep it to ourselves, and people were being offended just by like walking by. Like,
We can hear your smart ass talk, and
Yeah.
we don't appreciate it.
conversation's stupid. You're on a party boat. Yeah. So anyway, so here we go, man. We're trudging through, but I think we got a pretty light week. So
I meant to ask y'all, do we have events this weekend?
it looks pretty clear right now.
I mean,
So we'll see.
Friday. Do we have an event?
No,
Okay,
we do not have an event on Friday. I'm going to be at Monroe's, though, because they're doing their Sexy Santa and their calendar signing, and they're
really?
collecting toys for Little Smiles.
Oh, that's awesome.
So
okay.
we have to go to the titty bar.
I mean, look, it's for the kids.
For the kids.
Yeah.
It literally, we're going to the strip club for the children.
That's very nice.
Isn't that what
Okay.
it's about? The kids.
That's what it's all about,
The
yeah.
kids are secondary. It's about the kids.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, well, that's very nice. There you go. So Virginia's going to be up in the club.
In the club at Monroe's.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Love that place.
Kayla had a question here, probably good for Suits, maybe. I don't know if he's done this, ever smuggled booze on a cruise. Said we're taking a cruise in a couple of weeks. Want to see if Suits had any tips on how to sneak some booze on. The cruise line we're going on is Royal Caribbean. I believe they let you bring a bottle of wine, but we are going to try to bring our own Tito's. Any advice on smuggling booze on the cruise?
So I've never smuggled it on. I'm too like of a goody two shoes, but they do allow you to bring a certain amount of liquor with you. Like you can bring your own liquor.
I just put it in boots. Bring boots and put bottles in boots. That keeps them protected.
They don't go through your boots?
High top Uggs work best. They've never gone through my boots, and I always carry booze on.
When in doubt, put it in your butt.
A whole bottle of champagne?
How bad you want to drink?
Bad.
No, put it in your butt.
All right, there you go.
All right.
Thank you, Suits.
Oh, you're welcome.
You looked adorable yesterday with your shorts on and your tie.
I didn't want to wear a suit on the boat, thinking I'm going to get wet, so I'm like, I'll just put on a bathing suit, but I got to have something suits related, so I figured I'd wear the tie.
I don't know.
Very cute.
Some of your dance moves are getting me wet. I don't know. It's pretty.
Well, that was the goal. I'm glad it worked.
Nice.
So you take boots on a cruise, Virginia?
Well, it's the best way to smuggle wine anywhere. A wine bottle, a champagne bottle, fits perfectly in a tall Ugg.
Okay.
Yeah, that'd probably be a good way to go because they're not going to check that stuff when it goes under the ship, more than likely. If you check that in, just don't put it through the x-ray machine like as a carry-on. You should be fine. I highly doubt they'll see it.
Yeah, I've done it many a time. Never had a problem.
Okay. Yeah, some other people are suggesting too. I know, for instance, like you can get those bottles that look like it's suntan lotion. You can fill that with booze. Now it's a little bit smaller.
They're
it's kind
small,
of more for a
though.
day.
Yeah.
Pirate Packs on Amazon fits entire bottle of booze, or you can put it in a mouthwash bottle. Trish suggests in the chat room.
Okay.
So that is an option. And Jason in the chat room said, just buy the unlimited drink package. No need to smuggle. So there you go. A couple ideas on doing a cruise ride.
The smuggling, though, it's not. Sometimes it's about just beating the system, too.
Thank you. That's what I enjoy doing. For once, the man's not going to get me. I'm not buying the unlimited drink package. I'm smuggling, and I've taken care of all 3 days.
You do. You know how to smuggle drinks, man. It's a superhero power. It's pretty impressive.
I feel like I could have done this even back in the Prohibition. Like, this is my calling.
Oh, you would have done well. You would have still.
You'd have been a bootlegger?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd have been a bootlegger. I'd have had a speakeasy. My shit would have been tight.
You would have done very well during that time period. Yeah.
Okay, there you go. There's a couple of suggestions. I got an email here. A Dennys knows if you're high question.
Oh.
Would you rather use cereal milk to dip cookies in or cookie milk over cereal?
I would rather have cookies to dip my milk in, so then you're making your own cookie milk at that point.
Okay. So
That's a trick question.
it is. Okay. It's a little too smart, maybe.
I know what they're trying to do. They got to wake up a little bit earlier to fuck around with cookies and me.
You're onto their game.
I'm onto their cookie game.
Yeah. She says, because I want both, and I'm having a dilemma right now. So.
Oh, man, I had some great cereal milk the other day with Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It's the best cereal for the after milk. The after milk with Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best for any cereal. Mm-hmm. I don't think, what cereal would be better? I know you got your Cocoa Puffs, but...
They don't leave behind the amount of residue that the Cinnamon Toast Crunch does, and that's the flavor residue.
I always thought Cocoa Puffs, on paper, they should be amazing, and in real life, they kind of suck. Cocoa Puffs not my favorite.
Cocoa Puffs suck.
They do.
D.
They do. They're not very good.
I don't like them.
Fat Kevin, may I talk to you for a second?
Yeah.
What were your thoughts on Cocoa Puffs? Did you like them?
No.
What was your cereal of choice?
Cereal of choice, I really was into peanut butter Captain Crunch.
Oh, yeah.
Fat Kevin.
You gotta let it get a little soggy, though.
Okay, yeah, I enjoyed that. It was my absolute favorite. So, and I would eat that really even without milk because it was just so good.
That's all I really want. If I could get one thing for Christmas, it would be to have one day with Fat Kevin. Just a day, just to
I
fucking...
wish you could dial them up. Yeah.
Just for an hour. Me and you just go to somewhere...
You bring him to Camille's. You bring him to Bud's.
Yeah, you
No,
just
he
bring-
would go gladly.
I mean, I just really want to get you fat to the point it hurts you. I just want Fat Kevin out one time, and
Yeah.
then we can retire him.
Yeah,
That's all I want for Christmas.
That's all. That's it, huh? That's all you're looking for. So there you go. There's a Denny's knows if you're high question. Yeah, it was kind of fun. We were at the Vanilla Ice Holiday Block Party on Friday, and I think it's Cecilia was her name, and she was from Ecuador, and she came up. She wanted to have a heart-to-heart. She was concerned about the Denny's knows if you're high game, and we were all walking, kind of the group of us, and so I said, well, just walk with us, and so talk to me. And she said, well, I just feel like you're encouraging people to use drugs. And I said, here's the thing. I said, it's a game that we started after we were able to do it legally in Florida for medical marijuana, and we stress and encourage people definitely do not drink or drive or smoke and drive or do anything. You definitely, you got to do it in the proper places. And we would obviously say, do it legally too. But we know that people are doing it, and that's why we started the game then. So, yeah, we want people to abide by the law. But I said, Cecilia, if something is the law, I feel like we, are not irresponsible if we play a game that is technically legal in all things that we do. And she said, oh, I don't know. I see what you were saying. But I said, you'll have to excuse me. I'm going to the bar right now. So,
My wife's over there with a really mean-ass pot brownie.
Yeah, so
and
she was
nothing
loving it.
goes better with that than a beer.
I did appreciate the feedback. I always do like hearing what you have to say. So,
Especially right when you're getting your buzz on.
yeah, it really was. I was late for the bar. I was like, hey, you have to excuse me. I'm meeting some friends over there. We're going to...
Ooh, I did a really awful shot at the Vanilla Ice party. I forget what whiskey it was.
I think you did Jack, didn't you?
No, I did one after that. That was Dennys. Dennys! He knows the name of it. It was so bad. Oh, I can still taste it. That was 3 days ago. I can still taste it.
Yeah.
It hurt my soul. I could feel it burning my heart. It stayed with me it instantly made me nauseous / hungover.
Me and Miss Oktoberfest did one at the American German Club called Christmas Butter Cookie.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it was Kahlua, it was butterscotch, and then something else. But it was so good.
That sounds good, yeah.
Christmas Butter Cookie. Look it up.
Peace Train, what was the name of that horrible shot we did?
It was Maker's Mark whiskey.
Maker's Mark whiskey.
Oh, yeah.
Have you ever
It's
had
very
that?
strong. It's very strong.
I think I have, but any of that stuff, yeah, I'm not man enough to drink that kind of stuff.
I'm not a whiskey person, and I know that you guys love that Jameson, and I just can't get down.
I used to be a vodka guy. Vodka gives me a headache. Whiskey's the one I can kind of... I think whiskey, the Jameson, I think, goes down the smoothest.
It's the smoothest out of all of them. The Maker's Mark, I think, is more you're supposed to drink it on the rocks, so it's like thicker. It's got like an oaky. Ugh, that one's rough.
So is JD. Jack Daniels is not a Swiss
Jack
picnic
Daniels
either.
is yucky to
It
me.
is. It reminds me of when I was underage drinking, and it just tastes like 19-year-old mouth in my mouth.
What?
That sounded weird.
19
wrong.
what?
You got your mouth on a 19-year-old's mouth?
19 what?
I don't know. I've not slept well.
In about 7 years?
It reminds me of when I was drinking at that age, and I should not have been, and drinking Jack.
Okay.
Is Jack the 19-year-old you were making out with?
Drink him up.
Hey.
And Jack in my
Yeah,
mouth.
19-year-old Jack in your mouth.
That's a different kind of
No,
weekend.
wait. Was he Jack and he was in your mouth, or did he Jack in your mouth?
You know you're drunk if some guy's jacking in your mouth.
Yeah.
He's 19. Technically he's legal, so you're okay.
Some strong whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, there you
All
go.
right, we don't judge.
Thanks, Denny's.
Yep, there you go. Let me see here. Somebody kind of calling Virginia out here.
What now?
Get her.
Virginia needs to stop making comments about the TV show Friends. We know she loves the brainwashing, very dumb show Big Brother, which tells us how shallow and basic she is. A show like Friends is classic. It's funny, smart, and entertaining. I'm a big fan of Virginia most of the time, but if you love Big Brother, you don't have the right to make comments about good TV shows.
I like trashy TV shows. That's what Friends' problem is. It's too boring. It's too sitcom-y. It's too yuck. I like trash. I like fighting. I like drama. The things that make the world go round.
I agree with them getting on Virginia, and that's awesome. Please send those emails. Continue with that. But why you gotta trash everyone else who loves Big Brother? Fuck that. I love Big Brother. It ain't trashy. It's actually very good entertainment. It teaches strategy. And if that sounds like someone who's never really delved into Big Brother, life is Big Brother if you really think about it.
Ooh.
People telling the truth. Some people are lying to get one over on you. I mean,
Some of the best stuff, too, is when they have drama and they have fights and you see how people have to hash it out. All these strangers living in a house together, it's fascinating.
well, some people play an honest game, like in life. Some people play a dirty game, like in life. I don't know. I don't think it's at the level of trash like people. I see that a lot. I think Big Brother's got major strategy involved.
Tyler should have won. I'll just leave it at
Oh,
that.
hell yeah.
Tyler should have won.
Okay. That's the comment, huh? Tyler should have won.
He played a great game. Jason's right. It's strategy. It's getting people on your team, but everybody keeps their team a secret. And so it's very fascinating to see behind the scenes how Tyler was playing everybody in the house, and he was the best player because he was strategizing.
I'm not even kidding you, it's going to sound ridiculous, but I have learned things from Big Brother.
I have
how
too.
to apply them in certain situations in life.
It's educational programming.
It really is.
From a certain point of view, mijo. From a certain point of view.
Okay. You can learn from Julie Chen how to keep a good public face when your husband's accused of all kinds of horrible things.
Something tells me she ain't coming back next season with that Julie Chen Moonves shit.
Yeah, I would agree with that Moonves shit.
Should just be Julie Chen again.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if he doesn't get that payout from CBS, which it's looking like he's not.
Was it 125 mil, something like that?
Yeah,
Right?
something like that.
120 million. If he doesn't get it, she's probably going to be like, peace.
You think so?
Well,
huh?
plus, too, I think there's now more concrete evidence that, all right, this guy is such a dirtbag. She couldn't.
But again, if he did it all before her, I mean, do you have a reason to be upset? It's just like, well, I reformed a pig.
If he was doing stuff that wasn't consensual, yes. Now, if he's having affairs and that's what he was doing, and everyone was involved and everyone was consensual, I look at that differently too.
I think some of it was consensual, but then there were some women that he came on to that have since told their story about how they did not appreciate it or want it.
Well, you had a story about how he forced himself on people.
Yeah.
That's a different thing
That's a different
than
animal.
an affair, in my opinion. Both wrong.
There were staffers that were hired specifically to blow him. That was their job.
But see, to me,
Like,
But
what?
if they agreed, be like, hey, we're going to pay you to blow less,
Yes.
and if they're like, yeah, sure, then I mean,
that's different.
yeah, you may call it, it's bad
It's
moral
sleazy.
character, it's sleazy, but I mean, still, that's.
Do you want to be married to that guy, though? I mean, yeah, he wasn't cheating on you, but look at what he did. I'd just be
Before
like,
it was
oh.
before, and I think that's the question that you have to say. I mean, for probably anybody. I mean, imagine if this Pandora's box of your partner and everything they did before you ever met them came out, and you're like, oh my gosh, they were sexual, but they're fine with you. Does that affect? Would you bail on that marriage because of what they had done? They're disease-free.
I think if it's consensual, that's one thing. I
Right.
think if you find out you're with a guy who is forcing himself on people, well, you didn't know that. You married into something you didn't think was possible. And if that's proven to be that's how he is, I think you could have a change of heart about that.
Yeah, and you got to find out what. And I think too, there's many different variations of. Forcing or trying to advance on somebody. I mean,
Sure.
if you're like going, hey, I find you beautiful, and would you get some coffee with me one day?
That's different
And
than-
they're like, oh my gosh, that was unwanted. I
Yes.
didn't want you to ask me that.
You guys know what I'm talking about.
I know,
I'm
yeah,
talking
but I hear
about-
you. But yeah, and that's
oh,
what
you're right. You're right.
That's what I think you got to sort out, because if that was his move, now it's another thing if you're pinning somebody up against the wall and you put your hand on their crotch or something like that.
Yes.
Then
Right.
That's completely over the line.
And I think if you found out like he was doing stuff like that, I think you're like, all right.
Yeah.
You like Virginia said, that Julie Chen Moonves shit ain't gonna fly. It's just not.
It's not.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I think she was sticking by her man with the whole stuff. Yeah, he was a guy that was getting around and sleeping with a bunch of people before the marriage, but now the stories that you came out with.
He lied to CBS lawyers. He destroyed evidence of stuff that he was up to. Right there, I mean, you're showing the world that you knew you were shady and you're sneaky, and now you're lying.
And she may stay with him. I'm just saying, if she stays with him, that whole Julie Chen Moon Valdez or whatever. What's
Moon Valdez?
What's his name?
Moon Valdez.
I do not know. I'm so bad at celebrity
I think
names.
that's
Did you throw Juan
Valdez.
Valdez in there?
I'm so bad at these
She's
names.
sleeping with Les and Juan? Maybe she's a hoe.
Yeah. Reddit had the question, are we living in the golden age of anything? You know, I would argue that we are living in the golden age of video entertainment. I think that with what you see on Netflix, I think even just looking at some of the movies that are going to be coming up, I think that, I think movies are better than they've ever been. I think they've always had good movies, but I think that they're coming out with some amazing movies now.
Golden age of social media, I think. I mean, it's to the point where,
Yeah.
people in their 90s have Facebook pages. It's crossed over to everybody, just about.
Yeah, you got to wonder, to me, has it reached its peak? social media.
Before we kill each other? Yeah, I don't know. It's like I feel like social media is caused some issues.
I think social media is going to need another new creation. Like, you know, Facebook was revolutionary when it came out and it blew your mind. I think to maintain the same level, I think social media's got to find that next where you're like, oh my gosh, this is the coolest thing ever.
I think MySpace, actually, they were before Facebook, and they were all very similar in the beginning. You had friends, you shared stuff, all this. It just didn't take off. Facebook is just a better MySpace.
Yeah, but it was the concept of connecting with friends easier using the internet. And yeah, that was a great radical concept. But I think social media will decline if you don't find something that really connects us to it. And they're trying. I just don't think they found it.
Well, what do you mean as far as connect us to?
They have to, the concept of like connecting you with old, that was what really did it for me. I was so attracted to that concept of, and I'm still connecting with old high school buddies and things like that. And, you know, you're able to find out with their world. And, you know, you're just kind of even reminded sometimes of people that you lost touch with. You know, I lost touch with a buddy of mine in Logan, you know, and just found out that he just passed. And you're like, you know, you kind of feel like,
that stinks.
Yeah, you're kind of
How
like,
did he die?
You know, it was one of those things I didn't ask. You know, it was just, unfortunately, you know, my brother had passed. Somebody had put up. So, you know, Vesta.
Yeah.
It was her little brother.
Oh,
yeah. And so he had
sad.
4 kids. And so, yeah.
He had 4 kids.
No, I had Logan, baby. Yeah. Oh. So I didn't ask, but I felt kind of bad because I hadn't connected with him for a long time. So I think that's what it is, you know, social media needs that where you're connecting, you know, with, it needs that kind of concept. I don't know, what would that concept be?
She was so nice. When I was out in California, she reached out to me on social media because she lives out there.
Right, yeah.
And she said, hey, if you need anything or a tour guide, let us know.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, it was very sweet.
Yeah, she's out there. Yeah, so I feel really bad for her brother. Yeah, we hung out a lot back in high school. He used to go to the dojo with Phil Levering.
Okay.
The dojo where the guy was smoking?
Yeah, I put some things because, you know, everybody just didn't really know what to say. So I just kind of like shared some memories about how good he was at Kung Fu. And he was the only one that never got burnt by Phil's cigarette. You know, and so I...
What a way to learn great defense.
Yeah, honestly, it was the best training mechanism ever because if you didn't block a punch, you got burnt by a cigarette. It was horrible.
I really am excited to try the Pizza Crossing in Logan, Ohio. That is something on my bucket list. I have to try. You said it won best pizza in all of Ohio.
I guess what my parents told me.
That's
a
big deal, man. That is a big fucking deal.
That is a big deal. I don't know if Ohio pizza just sucks or, you know, what.
But still, they're the king of the dipshits, and that's something to be proud of.
You're right. That's true. I've kind of lived on that my whole life.
The king of the dipshit. That leaves me in Virginia.
Yeah, some of the things that came up with on Reddit is the golden age, social media celebrities. Yeah, I think that, you know, when you look at the Dude Perfects, the YouTube stars and things like that, you're starting to see some of that. That's really opened up the game of celebrities and Instagram stars and things like that. Let me see. They have being rewarded for complaining.
We are in the golden age for that, big time.
Yeah, because I think it's going to go the other way because you're already starting to see it with people doing the Yelp reviews and things like that, the constant negativity that, and I think too, when you see like Kevin Hart standing up a little bit like he did saying, you know what, some people are starting to get really sick of the backlash and you forcing me to apologize and me giving out an apology. I really don't, it's not heartfelt.
I can even hear it in your voice too, getting more agitated and annoyed about all of this. Just everyone looking for someone to bring them down and shame them and you're a bad fucking person. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, that person's shaming you. It's fucking 3 people, you know, on his wife.
Yeah, I've had my own realizations. Look, when you're sorry, you apologize. And if you're not, then look, if it brings me down one day and I'm like just too pig-headed, but I don't like that. I enjoy, like, you know, hey, look, and again, we talked about it earlier today on the show with the continuing Kevin Hart stuff and things like that, is that there's a lot of stuff that easily you could dig up that I've probably said and have had and whatever that's been in my past that, yeah, I'd be ashamed of. I'd be like going, yeah, that's not who I'd want to be, and I'm sorry that I ever said that or ever thought that.
One of the guys in the snack pack reminded me of, remember the song we did about boobs? We did a whole song about boobs and how we love boobs, and we had all the names of boobs in there. There are some people who'd be so offended by that song now. When we played it on Wild 95.5 in rotation now, so they would call me a sexist pig, and I can't believe you're objectifying women. It was just a goofy song.
Right, yeah.
Yeah, but people would absolutely lose their shit over that.
Mm-hmm, yeah. Let me see some of the other stuff that they got here. The golden age of mediocrity being treated the same as excellence.
Participation,
participation trophies.
Man, it is.
Slushies are for hitters.
Everyone's a star.
Yep. They say women's rights. Okay. Hopefully we're getting better with everyone's rights, and that we're hopefully seeing places where the playing field is not level and trying to say, we need to fix that right there, and hopefully that's for everybody.
Whatever, Kevin. You can't comment.
Kevin, you're a man. What the fuck, man?
Let's hope. Let's hope, y'all. I'm just hoping for a better
I know,
day.
you're not even allowed to say.
I hope you stop talking about women's rights, because what do you know?
If you're not even, you're right. That's the new thing. If you don't have if you're not a part of, if you're not a woman, you can't say anything about.
If you don't have a clam, shut your ham.
Oh yeah,
that's a good one.
I've had people email me. You need to shut up. You are not a woman. You do not have the right to say anything. I'm like, you're only making me want to talk more.
Let me see other things. The golden age of, they say the golden age here of gender identity, yes, and trap music.
Let's hope this is the only golden year.
That's funny.
Oh my goodness, yeah. Who was it? Somebody else was saying, yeah, I found that that Mo Bamba. They were out somewhere and that song played, and like going, you were right. Like everybody went crazy for it.
They love it, Kev. Mm-hmm. We are the oddballs.
Zombies, fucking zombies.
Mm-hmm. Let me see here. Other stuff. There is new controversies that are out there today, kind of on that same level. Patti LaBelle got in trouble on Twitter.
What'd she do?
What did she do?
Well, she recently presented Ariana Grande with her award for Billboard's Woman of the Year, and while presenting, Patti told a story of a time that Ariana had reached out to her for advice, and Patti told her, sing like that little white black girl that you are. She got soul like a mug. My son told me not to say that, but it's true. So Ariana responded, your son was probably right. Patti's 74 years old. People were outraged at her comment, saying it was problematic. The fact that Patti LaBelle called her white black girl is beyond disappointing.
I gotta tell you how I'm not outraged or mad. I can't.
I don't think I can show you how little I care.
Yeah, it's...
Yo, this is the kind of stuff I'm talking about when you're on your deathbed. All of this shit, all of this fucking noise that's going on, is it really going to be worth it? I'm talking about the little nitpicking shit. I'm not talking about the serious stuff.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the Twitter shit that's trying to bring people down on your deathbed. Is that really going to be the stuff you want to get mad at?
They're like, Patti LaBelle, why didn't you just call her soulful and cut it?
Well, Patty's trying to pay her a compliment.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So you got to look at the intent of the words spoken. To Patti, this is a big compliment, and that's how you accept it. If you're Ariana, you say thank you.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of I mean, if that's how she did phrase it, I didn't see the exact thing. That's what the story credited Ariana with kind of piping back at her with. Be like, yeah, maybe you should have listened to your son. I'd be like, well, you bitch. You know?
Yeah. I can't believe Ariana stepped to Patti.
That's because she cowered to the social media pressure of, I'm so
say
disappointed
something.
in you. Oh my God, you should know better.
Yeah.
All of that shit that you did wrong. You are bad, bad, bad. And
yeah,
it's
if that's not the article of that story taking liberty with Ariana's response, yeah, I'd be like, oh wow. Okay.
The new thing is if someone's got a lot of Twitter followers, they go, Twitter, we need to let everyone know this is unacceptable. Go.
Bam.
Yeah, and that's
then
what
it's
they
an
do.
onslaught.
Yeah. It's almost like it's a sport for some people because they know they're going to get social media numbers, interactions, all that stuff. If you think everyone's out there trying to just do good with their tweets, it's not true.
Yeah.
Some people are.
Let me see here. Got another story kind of on the same level here today that is out. There was a woman that writes that she loves her brother. He treats her kids amazing. He buys them all the toys and the junk food he can, sends them cards, FaceTimes with them. And even though he hates Starbucks and says it's for yuppies, he willingly takes her kids there if they ask him to. Now, the problem is apparently he has served 3 tours in Afghanistan, has severe PTSD, and works closely with his VA counselor, but she has younger, impressionable kids that seem to hear and repeat everything, and she is not wanting to spend the holidays with him because she says that there will be like racist things that come out of his mouth.
Oh, you can't do that around the kids.
Yep.
Come on, these kids are like sponges. You are shaping the grown-up that they're going to be.
Yeah, and she said it's particularly immigration or terrorism, either one of those, so you can, kind of get an idea of what kind of stuff he goes off on. And so she's just kind of like, writing for some advice, saying, I feel bad. I mean, it's the holidays, but I don't want my kids around my brother at all for the holidays. Am I wrong for keeping them away from him and kind of ostracizing him during the holidays?
Oh, there's got to be a way to sit him down and have a conversation with him and not have it come off aggressive.
Yeah, that's what I would sit my brother down. If this is my brother, I'd go, dude, I don't like you saying racist shit around my kids. First of all, what the fuck are you being racist for? Second of all, I don't like you saying racist shit around my kids. And if you do it, you're never going to be around the kids again. That's how it is. Zero tolerance. And then if you can't follow that, you got to boot them.
Anything controversial, you got to just stay away from all that stuff around the holidays. And you're going to have, just like at Thanksgiving, a lot of different people with a lot of different opinions, probably in your house. Just everybody should know when they come in your house, politics, controversial stuff, religion, terrorism, border patrol, all that shit is off base.
Well, you can talk about that stuff if you're not a fucking racist. You know what I mean? Don't say the racist comments. You can have an opinion and you don't have to be racist. You see what I'm saying?
Sure. It's just better if you don't even have the conversations about that stuff, though. I mean, like...
Oh, I hear you.
Don't bring it up.
It's dynamite, baby.
You can't get in trouble if you don't let people talk about it.
Well, then you have to assume everybody's #VCool, and unfortunately, everyone's not.
Yeah. I got a text here with the article apparently my parents were referring to is in USA Today. It's TripAdvisor's best pizzerias in every state. The winner in Florida is Duetto Pizza and Gelato in Key West.
Duetto. Oh, I want to try it.
Duetto in Key West. Have you had that, Kevin?
No.
Huh.
I would love to do a Florida tour of the top 10 pizza places. That would be
fun.
Fun.
Yeah, they said the pizza choices are impressive, wonderful crust, toppings were flavorful, and just the right proportions. Loved every bite. They said there. So that's.
I mean, the best in Florida. It better be amazing. If you go in there and it's okay, I'm like, really?
You don't know either with these lists who knows who. You know what I mean? I guarantee you, not every awesome pizza place is on that list.
Right, because somebody asked somebody's D and got their pizza place on the list.
I mean, you really want to get on that list. Is it really worth it?
And you would have to try so many places. I mean, to really, for an entire state.
Yeah.
And especially a state as big as Florida.
It seems kind of silly that they were able to narrow it down to one.
That's why you can't trust it.
And I wonder with TripAdvisor, is this by the reviews that they get? Do you guys know what TripAdvisor is?
Yeah, TripAdvisor is like a Yelp of travel. I think, right?
I think so.
And you can go on there and you can leave comments on TripAdvisor. You can leave pictures. A lot of times I'll go on there and see pictures of hotel rooms. And you don't want to see what's on the website. You want to see what real people took, the real pictures in the rooms. And those are the best indicator. I've seen some of those on TripAdvisor that I like.
Sometimes the best pizza comes from the shittiest looking restaurant.
He's right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you had to say, would you say Camille's would
That's
be
my personal all-time favorite. I love Camille's. I know some people try it on their own. I'm not endorsing Camille. I don't get paid to say that. It's just for the love of the game. I do love their pizza. Some people do not. That went, they like to, fuck you, I drove from Lake Worth to go, and I don't know what to tell you guys. I love it. I think majority of people who try it really, really love it. So,
okay.
Yeah, I can make everybody happy.
If you know New York, they say Bleecker Street Pizza in New York City is the best pizza that you can get there. If I were there, I would definitely go try it. I mean, this would be an influential little article here. They say the winner in Ohio is Pizza Crossing in Logan.
Wow.
According to TripAdvisor on USA Today.
It's got to make you feel good.
Oh, this is my proudest moment of my life.
Well,
that's all I've got.
Let me talk to Fat Kevin. Fat Kevin, you love this moment.
Oh my
Fat
gosh,
Kev.
this is quite an honor.
Would you go there as
There's
Fat
a tear
Kevin?
and there's some grease rolling down my cheek right now.
Yes. Would Fat Kevin go there a lot?
Oh, all the time. We would get Pizza Crossing pizza like every Friday. That was a joy. I mean, Friday night was pizza night. We would go.
What would you get?
Well, we would always just get kind of like the regular pepperoni, like what they're showing here on this TripAdvisor article. And it was great. The pepperonis would curl up and they'd have little bowls of like hot grease in them.
Listen how happy Fat Kevin sounds right now.
Oh, those pepperonis were fantastic. They were so good. And a lot of times if I go on my own, they had a pizza sub. It's kind of like a French bread pizza sub. Yeah, tons of cheese and just loaded with pepperonis. You'd choke on them. There were so many. So good, yeah. So they say this place is a gem. Great pizza with lots of toppings at a reasonable price, friendly service, and free popcorn. We will be back, said one TripAdvisor diner.
Huh.
So there you go. Yeah, Pizza Crossing, best in Ohio, according to USA Today and TripAdvisor.
I'm not even from there, and I'm proud.
You should be.
Yeah.
Maybe the TripAdvisor people heard you talking about it and said, we got to go try it.
Well, he is the Kevin Ralston. I think his opinion carries some weight, not only in this town, but in that town.
Yes. There you go. All right. Well, thank you very much for sending that. Yes. A lot of pride. Yeah, somebody texted and said, I thought we were going to play beer pong and flip cup on Tiki yesterday. I think everybody's got too hammered.
It was too windy. I actually thought about it. I wanted to put down the cups and do a little flip cup.
That's right.
But it was too windy.
I think, too, everyone was just enjoying talking to each other. There was some deep conversations on that boat.
Yeah, we had 2 hours, too. So I think, it was just kind of, everybody was already in a good groove, so it wasn't necessary.
It went by super quick, and we actually went long. And it went by really quick for me.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Yeah, it did. It flew by. And people want to know, did Virginia get a spray tan?
I did.
We couldn't tell.
Whenever I'm going to be on the boat, I don't want to, burn people's retina with my white ass. So I try to get a little spray tan before the boat.
Okay. I know your husband, Panda, was thrilled.
Oh, my God. He had an allergic reaction to it on Friday, and he just couldn't stop sneezing. I felt terrible.
You know what? Virginia's getting better, too. I want to call her out in a positive way. I shaved my face, and I didn't use shaving cream, and it gave me the biggest ingrown hair, and it looks like a big giant zit. It's not a zit, but it's like an ingrown hair. And I know she saw it on the boat yesterday, and she did not say anything in front of people.
Can I please pop it?
No.
It's ready to pop.
It's so tender.
It's got a white head.
It's so tender.
Please.
Please leave me alone.
I'll give you $1.
Tender pimples.
I just called you out for a good thing.
I know, but I just want to pimp. I want to pop it.
Fine!
And with that, we're going to go. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.